Hi all, my second video, as I told you, I was going to look at how to do assessments. This piece of technology is called Screen-O-Matic, and again, it's a free account that you can use. The idea is you can pull up a document and you can talk over it. So I'm going to be looking at Unit 4, the assignment brief, and just talking you through what the assignment involves. It's very different from the Unit 1. As Unit 1 was very heavily written and essay based, this one is more practical, and tonight's session we will be looking at task 1, where we will be looking at it and completing it. So as you can see from task 1 here, it's asking you to work as a group. So I will put you into designated groups and you will have a discussion to start with, looking at what the features of inclusive learning is. So we've covered this in class, and you really want to talk about what inclusive learning is and how you would implement it in your learning environment. You're going to use a flip chart, so you're going to create a mind map, and as you are talking through your points, you need to write down the points that you were talking about, so visually you can have a discussion. You're also going to be given a chart that involves lots of different teaching and learning approaches. These are just examples to start with, and you need to look at the strengths and limitations of these. And as a group, you're going to talk about how you would use them and when they'd be appropriate in class. And then finally, you're going to talk about your own subject areas and conclude by looking at the ground rules to really create that safe and supportive environment. You're going to upload it on a podcast, and that will take shape for your first task. The second task here is a written task, and you will do this independently. This is looking at the functional skills. So this is looking at maths, English and ICT and the wider skills that we need to embed into session. It's asking you why you need to use these to create an inclusive teaching and learning environment. So you need to think about examples in your own teaching practice. And also it's asking you to look at the assessment and resource needs. So next week's session, after half term, we will really be looking at what assessment methods are and how we look at different assessment methods to meet the individual needs. So that is a written task that you will work independently on at home, but we will cover the contents in class. We then move on to task 3 and task 4. Task 3 and task 4, you will notice it's asking you to demonstrate your understanding. This is the micro teach. So task 3 and task 4 is gearing up towards your micro teach. So in session, we're going to look at how to plan lessons and what a lesson plan is. You're also going to talk with your peers to talk about why you have chosen your choice, justify your choice, and really talk about how you are actually going to present. So it's asking you really to think about your time management. So you've already done your mini presentations and reflected on your times. You're also going to be looking at what learning activities you're going to use. And point 3 asks you for your feedback from tutors and students. So we're going to look at what constructive feedback is, and we're going to produce a group form that you need to complete. Then you move on to actually planning your micro teach. Okay, I've put the micro teaches onto Moodle, so you've all got your times. These are spread into 4 groups over 2 weeks, and you have 30 minutes in total. So you've got the first 5 minutes where you're going to set your micro teach up. You're then going to have 15 minutes. This is actually going to be your 20 minutes. You've got 20 minutes to actually deliver your micro teach. And then finally, you've got your last 5 minutes, which is going to be your evaluation and your reflective practice. Okay, so in total, you've got 30 minutes. You can see by the nature of this program, it allows you to make amendments to errors that have been put into the assignment. So this assignment is very practical based. You're going to do task 1, that you're going to do the mind map and the professional discussion. It's going to be uploaded on the podcast. Task 2 is where you're going to do a short written description looking at functional skills. Task 3 and 4 is all the evidence that includes reflective practice, lesson plans, lesson resources, the actual delivery of your micro teach, and then the evaluation. That will all then be put together, and that is the evidence that you need for Unit 4. As I said, this piece of resource is Screen-O-Matic. Have a look at the website. I've put the link onto your Moodle pages. Have a play around with it and maybe have a think about how you could possibly use it in class. Thanks for listening.